Now with that being said, today's video is going to be about the things that I love about this car. Part number 2. Let's go. Oh shit! Hey guys, this is Chris, Time FK7. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Chris and I make videos of this 2021 Honda Civic Sport Hatch. So if you're new to the channel and you want to see more content of the 10th gen Civic, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I do make videos of this car every Saturdays and Tuesdays. Now with that being said, since I've had this car for about 6 months, this is the things that I love about this 2021 Honda Civic Sport Hatch, part number 2. Let's go. So the first thing that I love about this car is the car community, because everywhere you go, there's always Hondas and car meets. There's always specific groups that just has Hondas, or you can just join a car meet in your local community or even outside of your community and there will be Hondas. Guaranteed 100%, unless it's like an American Muscle car meet or whatever. But I guarantee you there's going to be a Honda in car meet. So that's the first thing that I love, because Hondas are widely accepted through all the meets that I've been to, or at least I think they're widely accepted, because I know a lot of Honda haters out there. But yeah, Hondas are widely accepted in car meets. So that's number one that I love about this car, because I can pretty much bring this car anywhere I go and they'll be like, ooh, that's cool, join our group, what's your number, let's take pictures and all that stuff. So yeah, I do love this car, taking it to car meets and seeing other people's builds, especially on those Honda meets that my area sometimes has. Now, maybe different from area to area, but here in southeastern Pennsylvania, there is a lot of car communities here that does support this Honda, and even a specific Honda group that just has 10th gen Civics. So yeah, I do appreciate all of the love from all those community people. Those of you who are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, because I do make videos on the daily 10th gen Civic videos every Saturdays and Tuesdays. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so that you can get notified. Okay, number 2 is the maintainability of this car. Maintenance is really easy to do by yourself, or if you take it to the shop, they don't charge you an arm and a leg. I mean, depending on what shop you take it, because I know some shops that'll, you know, overprice the hell out of anything maintenance if you don't know what you're talking about. So don't let that happen to you. Before you take it to the shop, make sure to take it to other shops and see how much they would charge you for that particular maintenance item or maintenance that you need on your car. But yeah, doing do-it-yourself maintenance on this car is really simple and easy to do. Recently I made an oil change video on my channel not too long ago, so be sure to check that out if you're wondering how to change the oil on this car. And then I also did some other things like installing an intake, and maybe, depending on when this video comes out, I've already tuned this car. So if I roll out the tune video before this video, then yeah, I tuned it and it's really easy and all went well. So the maintainability of this car is absolutely phenomenal. It's really easy to do. Not to mention, it's a reliable car, which I already mentioned on my last video, which I did a couple months back ago when it was still during the winter season. Moving on to the next one. Alright guys, so the third thing that I like about this car is the gas mileage. Now, I've seen people as high as 45 miles per gallon on their cars, which is mind-boggling, because I have joined some groups on Facebook where they claim to have 45 miles per gallon while they're cruising down the highway, which is, I don't know how you do it. Are you going 30 miles an hour down the highway or something the whole way? But yeah, they have proof, and apparently you could get 45 miles per gallon on this car. But me, on the other hand, I only get 25 and a half, and I do a lot of highway driving, so 25 miles per gallon is a huge improvement from my old car, which only had about 14 miles. So I'm getting 10 more miles per gallon on this car than I had on my old car. Plus, with the increase of gas prices, this car is absolutely a lifesaver. because it does have an eco mode which you can use, so you don't have to worry about getting gas because of those price hikes in gas that we just got recently. But right now, at the time of filming, the prices of gas are becoming normal, or at least becoming lower than what it was about like a week ago or two. But yeah, I feel like I can do a trip from Philly to Pittsburgh without having to stop for gas, because this is such a gas saver when it's in that eco. Just as long as you don't drive it that hard, then you'll be able to save gas. Don't drive like me, where like I have a lead foot. I just go zoom everywhere I go. Be a normal driver and don't abuse this car. So, not that I abuse this car, but yeah, just don't punch it, pretty much. Moving on to the next one. But number 4 is the handling. This car is absolutely fun to handle around tight corners and curves, especially now that I lowered the car and I put a strut bar on front, which you guys can also check out because I did do installation videos on both lowering springs from iBack, which in particular I got it's called the iBack Pro Kit. So be sure to check out that video. And I also have a strut bar from DC Motorsports. And they're really easy to install. Well, the strut bar was. But the lowering springs I kind of had trouble with, especially in the front springs that I had to change out. But overall, it was doable. So if I could do it, then an average person could very well do it themselves, because I don't consider myself a mechanic or a professional by any means. So yeah, with some assistance, with a more experienced person, then you can get this done. So yeah, this car is really fun to handle during tight corners. That's why I prefer taking the back roads rather than taking the highways or expressways, because you do get so much fun out of this car when you're driving on those curvy, twisty roads. And you get the maximum fun if you have the manual transmission car, or if you're like me having a CVT, just put it on sport mode and then use your paddle shifters to put it on the manual mode, which is basically mimicking a manual transmission, which, you know, this being a CVT, it only has one gear, which I already discussed about at a different video. But yeah, driving on twisty roads, especially on that sport mode with that intake making that whooshing noise, it's so much fun, and I highly recommend for you guys to do it, to really hear that whooshing and your exhaust note, because this car also has a muffler delete, and then in the future I'm probably gonna put in a full-on exhaust system with the installation. So be sure to be on the lookout for that video, because I will be posting it on the channel. And let's move on to the next one. Alright guys, so the final thing that I want to talk about that I love about this vehicle is the storage. Now, I'm not talking about the trunk or the back space. I'm talking about the storage that you have in the front of the vehicle, because you have this little compartment down here, this little cubby area right here. You get 4 cup holders in the front, so you can fit a 2-liter Coke bottle on this one, this main center cup holder right here, and then you can also have a bottle of just regular water, a 16-ounce bottle on that side right there. So very versatile, and it's really spacious. Anyways, those are the things that I love of this vehicle. I keep on rambling on, sorry about that. So yeah, let's do the outro. Anyway guys, that about wraps up this video. If you have other things or any other suggestions that you may like or hate about this vehicle, be sure to comment down below, because I do read comments on the daily and I do try to respond to each and every one of you. If you're out on the market for LED lights or floor mats, be sure to check out LastFit's website, because they do specialize in LED lighting and floor mats for your car. And that just doesn't apply for Hondas in general, that applies for all vehicles, all makes and models. So be sure to check that out, and use code CTFK7 for that 10% off. Thank you all for watching. This is Time FK7, and peace out. Hey guys, it's Time FK7. So right now I'm testing out a product that allows you to use wireless Apple CarPlay on your 10th gen Civic. So as you can see, this is an iPhone that I'm using right now. And as you can see, there is no wires. And just to prove that this is just not a wallpaper, there's my home screen and there's my Apple CarPlay. So tune in for that video on the channel, because I will be posting it soon. Peace out.